Story family, this is Allison Gaillard with Run Your Story, where every story needs to be heard. And what a beautiful story we have of a seed being planted in elementary school for running, then all of a sudden for it to blossom later on in life with my amazing friend Sharonda Shula. What an encouraging story. And not only that, but she reminds us that it is so important for us to encourage one another, especially the littles that are hitting the pavement with us. We all know it's hot outside. We all know that it's a struggle for us. But for a lot of them, they're going out really fast, and just be there with them because we're in all different seasons of life. And it's so beautiful to see all kids of different ages to hit the pavement with us. So thank you, my friend Sharonda. Thank you for what you do for our country. And guys, she's preparing to deploy. And so just keep her in your thoughts and prayers and her family and so many other servicemen and women. And thank you for what you do for our country, for us to be able to run. And again, just thank you, Sharonda. And you guys will also hear that there's a group of us that will be running in Sharonda's honor for Battleship 12K. It's such a favorite race of mine, and it's such a patriotic race. Oh man, it's a beautiful race, and Sharonda would be running it if she was going to be here, but she again will be deployed. So join us in on that. We would love to have more and more people represent our amazing friend Sharonda and her run story. And guys, this podcast is sponsored by our Patreon supporters. They are the rock stars of Run Your Story. They keep us going. I love it when they send us messages or comment on social media pages, or when they send a message and they're like, hey, this was exciting. Or when people sign up for Patreon to become a supporter, it truly means more than you will ever know. And the ideas they send us, I'm always blown away by them, and just so grateful to each and every one of our Patreon supporters. So join us on the Patreon journey for Run Your Story, and get ready. Lace up those running shoes, and here's Sharonda and her Run Your Story.
Yay, my friends. So excited to have Sharonda. We've been on so many running adventures, and I got to meet your mom at the crime prevention. Yeah. And I said, I'll be your adopted daughter because this is my sister. I just absolutely love you.
My mom loved you.
Oh.
We love you. We both love you.
Yeah. I absolutely love you. You are you're such a joyous spirit, and I've loved our running journey. I want to know, how does your run story begin?
Okay, so my run story probably dates back to 4th grade.
Whoa, what?
It's not like it seems, though.
I didn't know that.
No. So I went to a school in New York that was kindergarten through 8th grade.
Okay.
My brother was in the 6th grade. I was in the 4th grade. He joined the cross country team. I followed behind him. So we started doing cross country. I actually liked it. I wasn't the fastest, but I got out there. I had fun. Then we moved in the 5th grade. I went back to elementary. He went to a proper middle school, and they didn't have cross country. So that was it for me. And I got into other activities like Girl Scouting and piano and things like that. So that was the end of running until it was probably about 2017, and I was 33, and I said, I want to join the military.
Whoa.
And time was running out because there's an age cutoff.
Yeah. I
was overweight and not in shape. So I said, I'm going to do this. I found Fleet Feet. I went in, got a pair of running shoes, and did the Couch to 5K. So did that, lost some weight, did well enough to pass the test.
Wow. Went
into the military in February of 2018. And did the military. Of course, you have to run sit-ups, push-ups, all that. I lost a ton of weight, like 30 to 40 pounds.
Wow.
And I was running up to about 4 miles at a time because we ran and did stuff 6 days a week.
Wow.
So I got in like awesome shape. But then I came out because I joined the National Guard. So it's a weekend warrior. So when I got back home, I was gone for like 8 months maybe. So when I got back home, I fell into my old habits. I was eating out, not eating clean. I didn't work out. And I was like, I have to do something about this. So time is going on, and let's say I really decided to do something in January 2020, New Year's resolution. So I go back into Fleet Feet and I see your face. You got me into another pair of shoes, and you were like, hey, we have a training program. I think, or maybe that wasn't, I might be getting it mixed up. I think you just came in on the training program and somebody else might have signed me up. I can't quite remember. But yeah, so it's from there, I've just been doing these training programs and then get me into these races. And yeah, that's my story. I'm not the best runner.
Whatever.
I do a little something. So.
I love it. Yeah. I think one of my favorite memories was Joe came. And you were like, this is my first 5K. I was like, what?
So that was my first 5K. And I can say that's probably my favorite run because it was my first. And so PR.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I can. Well, my first organized run. I did runs with the military, but I had gotten out of that groove. And so it was fun. I had a lot of fun running with y'all, and it's good memory.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what are some lessons that you've learned from running?
Okay, so a lesson I will say is consistency, because that's what I'm working on now, is showing that if you continue to do something, even if it's a little bit gradual, you'll get better at it. So running has taught me that you need to be consistent, because if you don't, you're going to suffer for it. and that's just what I've taken from it. Like I need to get out there and do it on a regular basis to stay with it.
Absolutely. I feel like running is one of those sports where if you take just a month off or just a few weeks, when you go back, you're like, oh, man.
Really, I feel it. I really feel it when you take any time off. Starting from scratch. It's horrible.
Stop it. Let's talk about pre-race routine. Do you have one?
Not really.
Okay.
I get up. I use the restroom.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of water and I go. I don't eat or anything beforehand because it's nerves maybe. I just don't want that on my stomach. So I just get out there.
You cross the finish line. You're done with the race. Do you have a routine?
Rest and eat something yummy.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah. I concur. I'm with you there. What has been your favorite running item?
Let's say my favorite running item. It's going to sound weird, but it's gum.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
My mouth used to get so dry when I was running, and I can't remember, but they were like, hey, put a piece of gum in your mouth. So it's not like some of the things other people might use.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's helped, and it keeps my mouth from getting dry when I'm out there. So.
That is so good. Like, hey, running at them.
Right.
Running shoes.
I am not particular. My first pair of good running shoes was Adidas.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact type, but when I got fit, I found out I was wearing the wrong size. So those shoes felt amazing. But I do like New Balance.
Yeah.
I run pretty well in those, and I have a pair of Brooks that I like.
Absolutely. I like it. We've done a couple of long races together. Do you have a favorite running fuel for the longer races?
So again, it's unconventional, but jelly beans. They're
really?
Small. Yeah, but they have to be Jelly Belly.
So not the sport beans. You're like, I want Jelly Belly.
Yeah, okay. So I don't use like real running stuff, but it's whatever works for me.
Okay.
Jelly Bellies, I like them. They're small, can fit in the pocket or the little pouch.
That's true.
And give you a little burst of sugar and energy. So.
Do you have a favorite flavor of Jelly Belly?
No, as long as they're just the original packet. I cannot take the marshmallow or the popcorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they have to be like hilarious. Cherry, apple, pear, like just the regular Jelly Bellies. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite running memory?
It's actually going to be the Ragnar Atlanta trail run.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah. And
I was going to say, Kristen Rather, do you hear this? She said.
Right. Well, I just like the experience. Looking back on it, it was a good experience being out there running with y'all and just something new. It was challenging. I got a chance to just run, pray, meditate, and just enjoy it. Actually, that's probably my best memory.
And that's, I'm laughing because you also twisted your ankle.
Oh,
And it was
yeah.
not like a little twist.
It took a while.
Like that
to
sucker
heal.
was.
Yeah, my leg was so messed up. I had strawberry on my leg. My ankle was huge. But yeah, I just figured that was just a little something that happened. And it was towards the end. So
What's your last one?
yeah, it was the end. So I made it through. And then I was like, I can heal. It's fine. But the whole experience was just, it was good. Looking back. If you asked me that while I was doing it, no. It was horrible. But afterwards, I was like, it's pretty great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I cannot believe that's your favorite running memory.
It is.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That is so funny. Do you have a favorite pre or post race meal?
I like pasta, like Alfredo, chicken Alfredo. I hear pasta's great for running.
Absolutely.
I'm not the regular runner, so I don't know all the things.
You stop. Yes, you are. Don't even.
But it's good fuel, and I love
absolutely
chicken Alfredo.
I like it. Okay. Do you listen to music when you run?
No.
Really? Okay.
I want to be the type of runner that listens to music, but if I'm with people, I'm talking or just being with people, and if I'm by myself, I'm paranoid.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Listen out to the world, so
yeah.
I just haven't really had music with me.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you have a favorite recovery tool?
I have a foam roller. I don't use it all the time, but sometimes I do, and it works well. So I like it. Yeah.
A lot of times I look at that foam roller and I'm like, I know what I need to do, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's because that's a whole nother workout in itself.
It is. And then we get lazy after runs. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
As Derek Williams says, his recovery tool is his couch. That's what I say. I'm like,
one.
There's my recovery tool right there. Calling my name. And then the foam roller's like, hey. And I'm like, nice.
But rest is good too.
That's true. That's true. Do you have a favorite cross-training activity?
Let's see. Favorite cross-training activity would probably be just a HIIT workout. Because, again, I get lazy. So HIIT is fast. And you don't have to do it for long.
Right.
Get your exercises in and over with, and then you're done. So just do a 20-minute HIIT workout.
Yeah, I like it. Do you have a worst race that you're like, don't know that I'll do that one again?
I can't say that I've had a worse race because I've learned and just had fun in all of them. Like, they might not have all been great at the time, but I can't think of anything that's like, oh, that's horrible. Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Yeah. I like that mentality. Yeah, I like that a lot. So let's say somebody comes up to you and they're like trying to I want to start running. What advice would you give them?
Just start. Even if it's walking, you got to do the couch to 5K first. That's definitely me. I can't just get out there and go. Just start because you'll keep pushing it back. Make sure you have good shoes and get out there and start walking first until you can run.
That's good. So good. Do you have any running goals?
I'd love to run a half marathon one day.
Okay.
I don't know when that will be.
Right. You are such a busy individual.
Yeah. My schedule does get busy, but and I don't know when I'll be physically ready to run a half marathon, but that is in the one day.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Good to know. I got it. Do you have a mantra? Like when things get tough?
You can do hard things. Whether I was in basic training and running early in the morning, looking at the sky, or running the granite slabs on the Ragnar trail run, I just say, hey, you can do hard things and keep going. So just keep saying that over and over until I get to where I need to be.
I love that. That is so good. Yeah. Do you have a favorite length to run?
I think 5Ks are fun.
Okay.
10K may be my new favorite only because it's a challenge. So I'm going to try to make it my favorite. But I do 5Ks because they're fun and fast, and you get it over with, you feel accomplished. But it might be moving to a 10K. So for that challenge, just get me in there going in.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's hilarious. I'm learning all sorts of things. I would have not guessed that. Okay. When you're not running, what do you like to do? What are you passionate about?
Traveling.
Okay.
Seeing new places. And then on the sporting side, which I haven't done in a long time, I have a bike that's collecting dust, but I want to get back out there.
Yes, girl, let's go. Let's go.
Yes, we need to. Yeah, I like biking. I like being out in nature. It doesn't seem like it sometimes, but I do. I like being outside, but it's that and traveling, just getting out there, seeing the world and how other people live and what other cities have to offer.
Speaking of traveling, you just came back from Romania.
I did.
Yeah. Because you were on
military training.
Yeah.
So
and you camped out.
We did. We stayed out in a tent for about 3.5 weeks. So through the rain and the mud and everything else. So it was an experience, but it was fun. Another country.
Another country, traveling.
Yep. Meeting new people. It's nice.
And I'm sad because you're preparing to leave for a year, which is why I was like, I have to get you on the podcast before you leave.
Right. Yeah.
Because even though you're going to be stateside, they're shipping you off.
It's a deployment, but it'll go by fast. A year goes by fast. It's not bad.
But we're just sad because you're missing Battleship 12K.
I know.
Which is so cool for you because you get to run as military.
Right.
And that's such a cool thing to see, like your friends to like know, hey, like my friends protect this country and they do such an amazing job. And so just really appreciate you and what you do and the sacrifice your family's made because you grew up in a military home.
Right.
Which is why you've traveled
That's true.
New York and everywhere. So you've grown up in that, your family's done that and you're taking on that legacy. And so I know that's not something I could do. So I just think no,
definitely could.
No. So I really appreciate you, your friendship. Again, just the joy that you bring and what you're doing. And I know when you go off and you do hard things there, that you're gonna be amazing and impact lives there. So I can't wait to hear all the things that you do coming back.
So I can't wait to share it with you. And then I can't wait to come back in great shape and we can go running.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
We're going to be accountability partners and check in on each other and be like, so how's it going?
Definitely. And then I'll hear about your Battleship 12K experience that I'm missing out on.
That's right.
And
Which I'm just going to say, a lot of people don't know this. We've already talked about this. But we ran it together last year.
Yes.
And so when we found out you weren't going to be here, a group of us said, we're running it for our friend Sharonda.
Y'all are so amazing.
So if anybody wants to join the Run Your Story team, the Fresh Junkie team as well, we're running for our friend Sharonda.
Thank you.
You'd be running it with us.
Yeah. I'm sad to miss out, but I'm glad y'all are doing it, having fun. And I feel honored that y'all are running it for me too. So.
Absolutely. Awesome. Are you kidding? It's the least we can do. I think that's what Kristen Rother said. She was like, yeah, we're doing this. Least we can do.
So awesome.
Yeah. You want to? Any final words of wisdom?
If I can do it, anybody else can do it. So just know that get out there and start and have fun with running. It's a great community in Mobile, and you just meet some good people. So get out there and start. That's it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna miss you so much.
Miss you.
Thank goodness for technology. But man.
I know. We'll keep in contact.
Absolutely. Yay.
Oh, thank you, my amazing friend Sharonda. And guys, get a chance to meet her. She really is a beautiful person. And so is her mom. I absolutely loved getting to see both of them cross the finish line at the Crime Prevention 5K. It was so much fun. And getting to meet her mom that I've heard so much about. And it was just so much fun. And that's what I love about the running community, is that it's just another family. I mean, I absolutely love it. And such a special family. And Sharonda has such a big heart. And just so grateful for her and her friendship. And she's given me so much advice over the years, and I absolutely love and adore you, my friend. You are so treasured. And again, thank you for protecting this country and doing what you do and the sacrifice that you make, you and your family both. So thank you guys so much. Guys, like, share, comment Sharonda's story, because it needs to be heard, and all your stories need to be heard. And we do that by getting it out there. And so just another way of being able to say, hey guys, like, run your story needs to be heard, because they do. They're so inspiring and so encouraging, and literally they're being heard all over the world. And it's so cool when someone's like, oh, I had a friend text me from Louisiana or from Michigan, and I think that's awesome. That is so cool. And it's because your stories are incredible and they need to be heard. So like, share, comment, do that, guys. Also become a Patreon supporter. That's how we keep this podcast going. And again, huge shout out to our Patreon supporters and all that you guys do to keep Run Your Story going and to keeping Gray and I encouraged, because it's a lot of work. And so we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It means everything. Also, a huge shout out to Mars Hill Church. Thank you so much for providing a safe space for us to be able to share our stories, because it can be tough, and Mars Hill makes it fun for us. And so I'm truly grateful for that and to have that support. They believe in Run Your Story, they believe in the running community, and we believe in them. So thank you again, Mars Hill. And as always, couldn't do it with our tech guy, editor, all things computers, Gaillard Tech Services. Guys, if you need a website developed, if you need your website refreshed, whatever it is, if you have any questions at all when it comes to software, he's your go-to. So I highly encourage him. He does such a stellar job with our website, and truly grateful for him, and he's always trying to make it better. So go check him out. He's your man. And thank you, Gray, for all you do for Run Your Story. Guys, so excited for what's happening in the future and cannot wait to share with you guys more things that are happening. And so we are truly grateful for each and every one of you. And again, make sure to like, share, and comment, because that's how your stories get heard. So part of Sharonda's story is becoming now a part of mine, and I absolutely love that, and it's part of yours. So together we can get out there, we can lace up our shoes, we go run your story, because every story needs to be heard.